Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is one topic of discussion revolving around the politics in the Republic of Kenya right now that actually has left a lot of people in utter shock. I'm speaking about the current Third Force Alliance, which has been labeled as a force that is currently being funded by President William Ruto. The force led by the Githunguri MP Gathoni Wamuchomba, the MP of Embakasi East, Honorable Babu Owino, the Senator of Nairobi County, Edwin Sifuna, and the Member of Parliament of Sabaoti, Caleb Amisi. You know, the only person who our cover has been blown up as a project of the state is one Gathoni Wamuchomba. Our relationship with the government is one that has been publicly publicized. It has been declared in public, and the courts of public opinion have currently found her guilty of being a project of President William Ruto. But the question that has been lingering in our mind is Babu Owino a project of the state? Is Edwin Sifuna a project of the state? These are the questions that we have. And we have tried in every aspect that we have to defend Babu Owino and defend Edwin Sifuna and Caleb Amisi as people that don't know what Gathoni Wamuchomba is playing at. We have said that that forms alliance. People like Sifuna, people like Babu Owino, and people like Caleb Amisi mean what's good for the republic. But the person that is leading them is the one that is leading them astray. Allow me to dive deep into this conversation with an open mind, allowing me to analyze different occasions that actually might lead us to uncovering what that alliance is and what it is looking at. Now, the fresh political tension erupting in Mount Kenya following the claims that Githunguri MP Gathoni Wamuchomba may be quietly siding with the government while still parading as a member of the opposition is something to go by. The storm began when a local radio presenter hinted that Gathoni Wamuchomba has been holding secret engagements with powerful figures in President William Ruto's inner circle. According to the allegations, she has allegedly been leaking political intelligence meant to weaken the opposition's grip in the region. Political analysts have since weighed in, warning that this development could have serious consequences for key ODM leaders like Edwin Sifuna and Babu Owino. Explaining if Gathoni Wamuchomba is indeed playing both sides, the opposition could lose its credibility and instability in the Mount Kenya, a region long seen as a deciding factor in national elections. The issue has gained momentum after Wamuchomba attended a funeral at the home of the National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah. Now, reports emerged suggesting that a close relationship with government leaders may go beyond personal friendship. Some even allege that her moves are part of wider strategy to divide the Mount Kenya vote and reduce the bargaining power of Raila Amolo Odinga's allies. Wamuchomba, however, dismissed the accusation in a sharp statement on her social media pages. She insisted that her attendance at the funeral was purely to comfort her grieving family. She urged Kenyans to confuse personal relationship with political alignment. Now, still, we all believe that a strong defense does not head the matter. Let's draw comparisons to the year 2022. When claims of infiltration were said to have tilted the outcome in favor of William Ruto against Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. And that is what actually happened. Now, allow me to dig deep into this in another factor. Right now, Edwin Sifuna holds the position as the Secretary General of ODM. He is a very, very, very influential factor when it comes to the decision making of ODM party. Now, him being aligned with Gathoni Wamuchomba, who has been labeled as a project of the state, that means it is something that is going to tilt the consequences for Honorable Sifuna, because right now, within the ODM party, a motion is being prepared to have Sifuna kicked out as its party secretary general. Now, if Sifuna is aligning himself with people like Gathoni Wamuchomba, and Gathoni Wamuchomba is playing both sides, and when time comes, Sifuna is kicked or retains his position as ODM secretary general, what will people say? Many have suggested that Sifuna was paid millions and millions of money by William Ruto to hold resources and keep the opposition intact as he joins the opposition alliance of the Third Force Alliance. But one thing remains clear. If this is the trajectory that Gathoni Wamuchomba has decided to take, let her carry her own bad wagon alone. Let her carry the consequences of being a double dealer alone. The conmanship and the conwomanship of the politics of the Republic of Kenya is something that, as of right now, we cannot assume, because it means a lot to the decisions that will determine who rules this republic beyond 2027. We are not going to head this conversation here. We are not going to close this conversation today nor tomorrow. We have a lot of things to currently weigh on. People like Babu Owino. If Babu Owino is aligning himself with Gathoni Wamuchomba right now, and Gathoni Wamuchomba is a project of the state, when it comes to choosing Babu Owino, the elections of the Nairobi County, come the year 2027, we will have to make a decision. And Babu Owino will also have to make a decision. Does he want to be involved with somebody that has destroyed their reputation and has been labeled as a project of the state? Because if he wants that, then he will lose the votes of the Mulima people come the year 2027. But if he doesn't want it, then he, Babu Owino, it's high time that he keeps off his involvement with people like Gathoni Wamuchomba. Because Gathoni Wamuchomba will lead these people astray. One thing that has been revealed to us is that Gathoni Wamuchomba is currently a very, very, very good insider within the party, within the opposition within the Third Force Alliance. I want to read a post that was today morning posted by one political blogger, Maverick Aoko. And she said, Babu Owino, be careful. Huyu Wamuchomba ashafunguliwa hadi chama. Hiyo Third Force, you are the only one who has more to lose. Be a fox, kula now with a long spoon. Look at Salasia. Sudi alimpea pesa to run as president. The scheme was to render him useless. Morara ako kuuza magari na furnitures. And I really think it's working. Mount Kenya has Didi Nyoro. Nyanza had Maraga. They are working on getting Kenneth Marende to vie for presidency to vuruga the Western votes. They will have at least 7 candidates sponsored by State House, who, as they vurutana, we all will be left divided, and at the end of the day, somebody will end up becoming the president, and that is William Ruto. Aoko says in a post that she posted on 13th of March 2025, she said Didi Nyoro is not being persecuted. It's a show, a con. The intention is to sponsor him to run because Uhuru is supporting Matiang'i. Then kura ya Mrima inagawanyika between him and former CS. I hear Kisii told Rao amebaki Mungu kwa Wajaluo only. Au apana tambua. Yes, it's clear. Didi has night meetings with Kasongo. The polls that we have been speaking about, Ruto is big in the coast and the North Rift. Kushinda hata kwao South. Mount Kenya East ni Matiang'i, cause of Kibicho and Lentori. Because, even Peter Munya. But one thing remains clear. The people that are to lose. Imagine right now, we are being told that Gathoni Wamuchomba has already formed a party. A party has been formed for her. It's just remaining a matter of launching the party. In 2026, Gathoni Wamuchomba won't be in UDA. They will have a new party. And in that party, is the party that Nani will use Didi Nyoro as a presidential candidate. Are we together? Didi Nyoro will become the presidential candidate. They will look for another alternative as a deputy presidential candidate. Now, what will happen here? The dynamics of the politics of the mountain will tilt. And they will tilt towards the benefit of William Ruto. Ruto takes it home. Gathoni Wamuchomba takes billions home. And other politicians also takes billions home. I tell you, even if Gathoni Wamuchomba is to lose a seat as the Member of Parliament of Githogori come the year 2027, Gathoni Wamuchomba, you will find her in government as a cabinet secretary. Because an influencing factor in determining how Ruto will retain power, it will be so critical and so powerful. I said again and again that Gathoni Wamuchomba is a political con woman. She knows how to manipulate opportunities towards her favor. And that is what she will do. So take it to the bank. The people that should walk out of this alliance are people like Babu Owino. Yes, the party has been prepared. It is remaining just a matter of launching it. And do you know that this party is the one that, Babu Owino might be using to vie for the governorship of Nairobi County come the year 2027. What does that tell you? Babu Owino and Didi Nyoro, they were meant to be, they began this movement, the That Force Alliance together. Ulikuwa ukiona picha za Babu Owino na Didi Nyoro kutoka kitambo. So they are bands of the same feathers. But one thing Babu realized, I won't go this way ambapo Didi goes for president and I go for the running mate. No. What will happen is, I know I have a chance in Nairobi. Didi Nyoro knows that he doesn't have a chance in running for the Murang'a governorship right now because Kang'ata has proved to be a working governor. Are we together? So the only thing Didi can go for is for the presidency. And he knows he won't win. But you know what? The cards will play in his favor. So his first stab at the presidency will be a loss. But the final one, the second one, will be a win. So that is the politics that is being played out here. But the person mostly to lose is Babu Owino and Sifuna. It's high time they realize that this bad wagon led by Gathoni Wamuchomba will lead them astray. Subscribe.